Poly Blend. Poly blend. Hello. Try it now, Jordan. It'll take a second to catch up.
Okay.
Motherfucker. What do I even do here? Why even try, Jordan? Fuck. I'm going to smash every single
There
one.
we go.
I'm going to smash every fucking computer in the Schledio.
Don't do that.
All right, I will.
Okay.
But I'm upset. But it's actually perfect. Forget everything that we just said. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. We weren't talking about much. Welcome, people, to another world of Polyester Blend. Technical difficulties? Of course we would. That's who we are. But some of you might have heard. That's not true. Might have seen. We were playing a movie, Ryan. It's called The Abandoned Mine, Ryan. Or in some places, it's just called The Mine. Now, you didn't really need to hear anything, Ryan. True or false? You're not really missing anything with... You were just kind of like, it's fine.
Yeah, it looks fine. Looks like a mid-grade thriller with spooky, scary images.
Here's the true
PG-13.
The true horror, Ryan. First and only credit as writer-director for Jeff Chamberlain. And sadly, R.I.P. No longer with us. Maybe a COVID situation, 2020. So
With The Mine?
The guy who made that movie is dead. He's dead. Kind of adds some spook. Clayton Scribner.
What's up?
Clayton, how are you, my friend?
We're revamping. The show hasn't started yet, right?
Well, it started. We're live.
No.
The show, Polyester Blend, remember, starts at 9. This is all KTRD.
My bad.
Poly Blend. Inside the KTRD.
Don't tell me how my own show goes. Just kidding.
A lot of questions for a guy who knows what's going on. Clay, welcome to another broadcast night. 9 o'clock here in 10 minutes is when we get started with the actual Polyester Blend. As of right now, we're just inside the wonderful KTRD shed. Not in the Schledio. This is just the shed out there in the West Desert of Broadcasting Range in the Hastings Dip in North Gold Hill. Inside the shed.
A lot of shafts out there.
A lot of shafts.
A lot of shafts out there. Hey, I'm going back to the Buffalo Ranch.
What was this?
I'm going back to Buffalo.
Oh, more on that in a second.
This is like the ranch you dip your buffalo wings in. Your Frank's,
going back to
Frank's
Buffalo.
Red Hot.
The delicious.
Going back to Buffalo Ranch. I momentarily stopped and went to Blue Cheese.
Yeah, you gotta stick with the Buff Ranch.
Oh yeah.
Buff Ranch. I'm just taking Buff Ranch and laxative pills. That's my diet right now.
Clean
Getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Husky boy to the end.
If I'm going down, I'm going down swinging. Getting ready for Thanksgiving, the ultimate Husky boy holiday.
Well, absolutely. And I want to talk more about that. But before that, Ryan, before we get to the 9 o'clock when Polyester Blend officially starts.
Yeah, don't talk about food yet. We haven't actually started yet.
Oh, we have a lot of food discussions coming.
Yeah,
Sorry. Still looking for music.
Come on, bud.
I ended one.
Ryan, you see on your screen right now, what do you see?
I see the poster for Long Legs.
Now, yesterday you and I were talking briefly. I was like, I'm going to go see Conclave.
I did not know what that was, and I felt like you were on your way to do something, so I didn't want to ask for clarification. But what was Conclave?
So Conclave, we didn't actually end up seeing. We ended up just being like, let's just rent the movie, make popcorn here. So we ditched the Conclave, but we're going to see it this week. This one I'm really excited about. This is about like choosing a pope with Mr. Fines. It's pope picking time. Popping poppers.
Okay.
So we were at home and we are like, wait, we got to find a movie. Gotta find a movie. And I was like, oh, and we looked in the renting section and under $6, Long Legs.
You rented it, I imagine.
That's correct. Did not purchase it for permanent viewing capability. But it was like, I think I remember you saying, Ryan, you loved this movie.
I thought it was great. I know a lot. I had some friends who disagreed, who thought it was kind of boring, but I thought it was awesome.
Here's what I will say. And this is why I wanted to bring it up before the show begins. A little bit of movie talk, a little bit of Jeff Quay movie talk. Ryan, here's what I got to say about this Long Legs business. Talk about checking off everything I want in a movie. Like all the ideas. Let's go. Like the Silence of the Lambs vibe mixed with Satan shit, mixed with Nick Cage where the restraints were let go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, let the guy cook. Polly blend. Let him cook.
You know, so last summer, did you see Maxine?
I know what you did last summer. Another movie. Go ahead.
Did you watch the movie Maxine?
I did not. You have told me about this trilogy, and I have yet to get into it. But I want to. I want to.
So I saw Maxine and Long Legs back to back, and there's Maxine opens up with a ZZ Top song. That got me hooked on ZZ Top for a few months.
Now
and then this, I did not know anything about T-Rex really before going into Long Legs. And so this movie, Long Legs, got me into T-Rex. And I feel like Nick Cage's character does more for my T-Rex fandom than any other album could.
Okay, this is part of what I wanted to talk about. Been a T-Rex head for a while. Not like, am I fucking every goddamn copy, listen to every fucking song? No. But the hits, the majority, the bulk of the album, the bulk of the catalog, I'm a T-Rex fan.
I did not know that. Did not know that.
Love me some T-Rex. And that was one of my things with this movie, which is that I was like, wait, Ryan, stop worrying and just love the Long Legs. Is that I was like, wait a minute. So if you're into T-Rex, you're a Satanist? You know what I mean? Like you see Lou Reed posters all over it, all over his bedroom. You know, his speaking of Buffalo Bill, you know, Buffalo. It's kind of, you know, they're trying to make that Buffalo Bill room. But then I heard an interview with Osgood Perkins, and by the way, what a name, Osgood Perkins, the writer director. And he was trying to be like, no, he's a dork. Like he's like a cheap version of Buffalo Bill. Like he's just kind of he's a loser. So of course you'd be into cool music, but then you not quite get what to go for. And I was like, oh, okay, now I'm a little bit more, you know what I mean? Right? I was playing into that 80s stereotype, which is a thing, a move, which I appreciate. Of like, what if all those rock band people actually were Satanists? Because that was the big fear.
Right. Yeah, this loser, this washed up glam rocker who's obsessed with T-Rex, like as this killer. I thought that was a great angle for that.
Absolutely. And Jeremy Matthews showed up. Jeremy.
Well, I also saw those two films pretty much back to back. It's possible I squeezed in another movie in between. So
that's why the legend.
I don't want to claim I didn't, and then someone go into my movie watching history.
What do you mean
But yeah, Maxine is kind of more about like putting twists on and like breaking down what the convention was at the time in terms of the Satanic Panic stuff. And Long Legs is more just like kind of embracing it in it's all true way, and kind of playing with these different 90s elements without necessarily commenting, kind of presenting them for us to dissect ourselves rather than telling us like the Satanic Panic was bullshit. Yeah.
And here's what I'm going to say. Ultimately, like Ryan, I think what I'm beating around the bush here is that it didn't ultimately come together for me. where I was like, that's my movie. I love this movie. But I had to, when I stopped and Steph was like, I liked it. I was like, what am I complaining against here? Weird dolls, Satan shit, Nick Cage, like T-Rex, like, what do I have to complain about this movie? It should be everything I want. But it just didn't ultimately like, but it was like, is that maybe on me where it's like, fuck it, Ryan. So who gives a shit? You just got kind of all the kind of weird shit you want to see in a movie. So just embrace it. You see what I'm saying?
What if Osgood Perkins made this movie as like a lesson specifically for you, Schlegel?
God bless.
Like he's saying, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Here's everything you ever want. And what do you think of it? Not that good. Maybe you don't really know what you want. And that was actually the moral of the
I'm
film.
going to get a fucking doll of myself, Jeremy. Little Ryan Schlegel doll. And I'm just going to have to place it in here, and then I'm going to fucking just end it. Be like, Perkins got me. All's good. Clay, no way in hell.
He's already got a new movie coming out. Monkey or whatever.
I saw that. Clay, no way you saw Long Legs. No way you saw Long Legs. Not even a part of his own show.
Clayton has been on an Aubrey Plaza kick, and Aubrey Plaza is not in Long Legs.
Well, she is in that great new movie, that sweet new movie. Ryan, what am I missing about Long Legs? Your final thoughts on Long Legs here.
I'm trying to find. So I gave up Twitter. I gave up X.
Me too.
But
we'll talk about it.
When that movie came out, I saw a very interesting analysis of someone kind of dissecting Long Legs as Osgood Perkins' relationship with his dad, which I don't know if I buy all the way, but I thought it was a very interesting analysis because if you don't know, Osgood Perkins is the son of Anthony Perkins, star of Psycho.
Yes, I've heard this.
And apparently maybe a fraught relationship with his father.
What? A filmmaker has a fraught relationship with their father? Never heard of it.
Yeah. And I wish I could remember the entire analysis, but it's like what is missing from the title of Long Legs is the word daddy. So I will not say any more until I find it, but
fascinating.
Yes. So all about mythologizing father figures and shit. If you're into that kind of stuff.
The shooting just parts of his face. Nicolas Cage's, I guess he has long legs. Love that. Just weird to get like his mouth, his hands. Look great. Love the look of the movie.
Oh yeah, and the woman actress. I don't know. Did you see It Follows? Have you seen It Follows?
I have not. Jeremy has. Or Jordan has.
I have indeed.
It is.
Actually, I own It
classic.
Follows. Yeah,
good. It's a great movie.
Soundtrack.
And it's good to see her back in movies again.
You know what's also good to see? Polyester Blend back in the saddle again. 9:00 on a Monday night. You know what this means, people? It's time for one thing, and it's the great Polyester Blend. Let's get right into it, people, right about now. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 megahertz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before... Oh yeah, we do. Almost did the show from Nevada last week. We've been known to do it, but I'm glad I made the right call because I had a hockey game and made it back for it. But we almost could have, so we were off last week. I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? Kills me not to do a show. So much to talk about, and some things the blend would have talked about, the polyheads, and they're gone forever. C'est la vie. Topics not discussed. But we can't look at what we didn't talk about. We have to look about what we are going to talk about. We've been in a defeatist mood for a couple weeks. And it's time to get back up. Get to work. Make the goose. Eat fries. People, it's Monday. It's time for Polyester Blend Live.
Sure.
People of the internet, the West Desert, including my good friends right here, we are back again for another fun night of Polyester Blend. What will we get up to? What will we talk about to come? But we need to see if we're going to have a good show, Ryan. If I make this shot, we will.
Oh, buddy.
One day.
Fuck! Doesn't matter. We go forward just because we have learned how to lose recently, right, Ryan? In the national world. But we pull it together. We move forward. Oh, but you know how we move forward? With this guy over here who loves a little bit of the yacht rock, which I want to talk about later on. He loves a little bit of being a part of this show. In fact, he's like, why don't we make a show? He's the podfather. Clayton Scribner, are you with us? Oh, Clay. Oh, Clay. Oh, Clay.
Oh, wait. Why? It's working now.
There you go.
Wait, didn't you just have fucked up audio and now you're talking shit on me?
Oh, he comes in hot like he always does.
That reminds me of the time that you gave me shit for...
We'll get to it.
That reminds me of the...
We'll get to it. The poly courts. I have been summoned, Clay, to the poly courts, and we will do it. We will
let the judges speak.
We will let the judges speak to what happened. Speaking of, I'm
drinking some turmeric tea. What is the? Yes, thank you.
Oh, wait, what's that mug? Show me that mug one more time.
Just says Charlie's dad as my unsuccessful political career that lasted 1 year.
Successful son, unsuccessful father. We love to see it. We love to see it. Coming. Oh yeah.
Wait, I'm not done yet, motherfucker. Audio problems. Everything okay? Are you having some audio problems? You gonna be okay? Did something already fail?
That's the end of our show, everybody. It's been so fun. That's the end of Polyester Blend as a whole. It's been a great adventure. No, yes.
I was just wondering if there's something I can do to help you. Is there anything I can do to help?
Why does it seem worse than if you were just to give me more shit? Can I help you, bud? Can I help you a little bit? Ugh. Clay, help yourself by saying, did you watch Long Legs? Have you seen the movie Long Legs?
No, I actually left because I heard of none of these movies you guys were talking about, so I went and made myself some tea.
And this, what kind of tea is this? Some turmeric? What are we doing here?
It's turmeric and lemon tea.
Is that the yellow? Is that the yellow dye? Turmeric?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard that's what they're dyeing macaroni and cheese with.
Is it gross for you?
I like tea.
I thought it's yellow number 11 that's bad for you.
I had green tea before the show, Clay, in a little mug here. Little mug,
nice.
Little mug, you know. Speaking of coming from the yellow dye number 5 capital of Southern California, he is known as our Ed McMahon. Ryan Bradford, are you with us?
Oh, remember Yellow 5? Yes, I'm here. Remember how it shrank your dick or gave you less sperm or something like that?
Do I ever? That's what I tell everybody who sees it. Yellow dye number 5.
Oh man, you saw a kid in 8th grade drinking Mountain Dew, and you were like, "Ooh, he's got a small dick."
Tiny D.
Small T, tiny D.
Small T.
Low T, tiny D. That's
Low
what
T,
we said in
tiny
8th
D.
grade.
Low T, tiny D. Love it, Ryan. Ryan, you're coming in hot already. You have been off for a week. Do you feel recharged not having the show last week? You feel recharged?
I feel I am in recovery. I got this week off.
Oh!
So I am just taking it easy
I love it.
and drinking a lot.
I love it. Taking it easy,
drinking a lot.
Drinking a lot.
I gotta keep up. I gotta maximize my time here. We also have Jordan Scrivener and Jeremy Matthews, Chatmaster. Jeremy's here, so feel free to chime in, you guys. Glad you're here, people. We must go through some things here before we get going. Big announcement here. Big announcement. I'm trying to find new replacements to the soundboard. A lot of you know that we have had to cut a lot of our soundboard, but it's time to start repopulating it. You know what I mean, guys? Repopulating it. And one thing I was sent by Ryan Holyoke, and I couldn't get enough of it, was this. Is this soundboard worthy? Gentlemen, take a look at this from YouTube Shorts.
What is?
Is it
What does
older
it say?
going, oh, Manchuda.
What is he doing?
I don't
Making
even
a whirlpool?
I just have Manchuda. I love it, but you know what? What do you think? Let's go through it. Clay, do we need to put it on the soundboard, or is it just fun to see one time?
I mean, I don't know. You maybe plug it into whatever, the what's the name of that thing? That app? Google Translate. Tell me what the fuck he's talking about.
Good call. Good call. We might need to do that. Ryan, your thoughts on this?
Same. I'm with Clay Dog. I gotta know what he's really saying.
It's a woman.
What he's
It's
so
a woman. It's
excited
an
about.
older lady.
Oh,
I'm sure I don't know.
And what's the other person doing? Making a whirlpool with a little whirlpool
Yeah,
machine?
I don't know, but this lady is super into it. I'm grabbing it. German translation. Let's see what it says. And we're not doing Spanish because I do not speak that. That is not my native language. I'm going to go ahead and want the English language to be number 1 here. English. People in German. Reverse it. Come on now. Paste.
I like that you put it in wrong and then you complain.
A swirl.
But come on now, you stupid machine.
Whoa! A swirl. I know when I have found a legendary. Oh, maybe that's. I think that a swirl, maybe. Unschruder. I think that's what she says. That Unschruder. See what's one
No,
more.
a swirl. Yeah,
A swirl.
Okay, that makes it better.
Oh, Unschruder.
I can see like someone saying something stupid and you just whipping that out every once in a while.
So, people, keep it reserved. If you hear something tonight and you're like, Ryan, go ahead and give me the.
Let's give it. I would vote give it a trial phase.
Give it a try. It's in the trial phase. I love that. Trial phase. And we come back and check it out. Love it, people. We start off with that. We also started with this disgusting news out of the Schledio, you guys. Disgusting. I've brought it up before, and I need to get everyone's eyes on this.
Jesus, you don't even have a toilet in there.
He's been working on some new turkey grinding methods.
Yeah, see, like a toilet bowl swirl. See, it works.
Clay, you know what
That joke, toilet bowl
You know
swirl.
what that
it
was,
works.
Clay? You looking forward, behind the back pass, I took it and fucking slammed that shit, dude. Bam! Here's the deal. I brought it up last time we did
Instant callback, baby.
Last time we did the show, we have our Limp Bizkit time. We hang out afterwards. Everyone's welcome to do that. If you join the show, you can join the Zoom. We don't broadcast some of it because we talk some gnarly shit, some dirty shit. Ryan, TNA, am I right? Here's what we do.
TNA.
Talk a little bit after the show. Stuff
you've already talked T.
All right.
We've already talked tea,
No, we already talked low
green
tea.
tea. We talked low tea. We
low
talked
tea, tiny D.
Clayton's turmeric tea.
Listen, not a lot of TNA. It's mostly T and D. Testos and some D, some dick. But
Tiny D.
Ryan and Clay, everyone, I left the Schledio. I texted this to all of you, but I think all of you had gone sleepies by then. I left this Schledio right here. Let's go to the Schledio cam right now. You see the Schledio, you live it, you're a part of it every Monday night. All of you don't even choose to, but the Schledio is a part of your lives every week, especially since the pandemic. Our beautiful Schledio, one of the best. One of the best. And then I leave that door right there, the only door to the Schledio. In case of emergency, leave that door. I go 5 feet to the left. Ryan, what do I see? I think you know this, Ryan. What do I see?
You see a hole.
No, not
You
the
see
hole.
a critter hole, right?
No.
Or a skunk?
Ah! I see a skunk. Ryan, no joke. Here's the chair. See, now the chair's in both cameras. I am that close to a skunk, Ryan. That close.
Wow.
Did
He see you? Did the skunk see you?
He or she, I don't know. Well, oh yeah, I do know. We make eye contact. Huh. And I go, oh, I'm getting sprayed. I'm getting fucking sprayed. It's happening. Okay. Thankfully, the skunk just goes, just runs away. Goes away. I see the big tail. Goes behind the Schledio to a known hole. In fact, a hole I knew was there, and I'm going to give you an update on the hole right now. Ryan, what do you see?
Looks like a skunk hole to me.
Now, what do you see on the right? A bunch of concrete covering what?
A hole?
That is right. I put a bunch of concrete to block one hole. This fucker makes another hole, Clay.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done, bud.
Little baby steps. Band-Aids, baby. Band-Aids. Band-Aids.
I mean, they're just rodents, but boy, they just know the concept of moving over 6 inches and digging another hole.
But that is why tonight, during Polyester Blend, I have set up a camera. We, in fact, have the backyard skunk watch cam in full effect. We are going to watch and see if this skunk shows up during the blend. So let's just keep that in mind. We got. We
know it is a skunk.
Oh, I locked eyes, Clay. I locked eyes.
Do you smell it right now?
Oh, so I got back in the Schledio. Thank God I didn't get sprayed, but the Schledio for a little bit. I think some dribble because I think it secretes near the urine time. I don't know if it's anyone know if it's urine or not urine, or it's just a different.
It's a secretion. It's not urine.
Secretion.
It's a secretion. I had a couple questions. One is the skunk cam. Is it pointed is it looking out past?
You gotta have that on the hole.
So
where is the hole? Yeah.
Great
where
question.
Is the hole in relation?
Jeremy, great question. So you see
That's question one.
You see the door right here. If you were to go out that door, you would see this.
I think you better go out and we got to see you in the skunk cam.
We might have some skunk things to come.
Just so we know it's live, you know.
What are you saying? That's not live?
No, you got to go out there right now.
Yeah.
And you have a
We
skunk
got to see
costume.
we got to see where you're coming from.
And then you could.
Great idea, Jordan.
I'm tied. Jordan, great point. Noted. Next week, skunk costume. So people, I'm just take my word for it. Okay, that's a live camera. Okay, it's a live camera. A live camera out there. Ryan, I would love to go do that, but I've got business to do here. I can't go out and just do that. Okay, I would. You would see me live if I went out there. Okay, Ryan. But unfortunately, I got to do the show, Ryan. I got to do the show.
Sure. Okay. Whatever.
So I feel like Bradford just busted Schlegel. But anyway, second question. Let's change the subject.
So, yes.
So you talked about not getting sprayed.
Yes.
That kind of begs the question I've never really thought about is what are there consequences for the skunk when they spray you? Like they don't want to run out. It's like a bee stinging you and then it dies. Like, are there any is there a reason the skunk didn't spray you that night? Maybe it had already sprayed someone else earlier and didn't have any spray left. It was recharging.
That's a recharge, like a battery, like a Tesla. Like they need to have
maybe
little
it's
Tesla
like
stations.
a video game and had to go recharge, get some little stink bomb
It's a great question.
Icons, yeah.
All I've done here is type in the phrase consequences of a skunk spraying, very depending whether it's human or animal. I don't know. We're going to have to look this up. More to come on the debacle of a skunk in the backyard of my house next to the Schledio. As I'll take another photo during a break, but I have covered this shithole. Like Clay, just picture double it up. I'm putting more concrete blocks left and right on that shit. So my backyard is just a bunch of concrete slabs. Now here's a question. Would you talk to your neighbor? Because there's a neighbor on the other side, right? There's a neighbor right there. Do I go and talk to them and go, hey, we're, because the skunk, once he gets into my yard, I mean, he can go through any hole, I guess, but they got to go through that house too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Clay, have you run into
I don't know how skunks travel.
I think you just gotta put a pretty lady outside.
Oh my God.
If I know anything about skunks, they like to womanize.
Wee.
Wow.
Imagine a Chuck Jones animated version of Schlegel, and he's like racing back and forth, grabbing more and more concrete slabs to stick on the fence. The skunk keeps finding new.
Well, look what I found. I found Lady Skunk. Well, that's a cat painted like a skunk because that's the sexual assault victim that Pepe Le Pew always goes after. But look, they got binoculars. Look, skunk watch cam, and they got binoculars. Come on, guys. That's a search. That's a Google search.
Well done.
We found the things. Anyway, we'll keep our eyes on the skunk watch cam here tonight. We'll see what comes up, what pops up here tonight.
They have like several products like skunk repellents, skunk fog.
Wow, that was going to be
skunk bombs.
You knew where I was going with it. Clay, have you experienced
All made by Acme.
a skunk?
I had a 3-month battle with a rodent this summer.
Oh, you did? Whoa.
I have a long-term battle with a Pika that likes to go underneath my cabin.
Oh, what?
A Pika?
Pikachu?
Yeah, Pika, P-I-K-A.
This electric mouse. It's yellow and really cute, but it'll.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jeremy's fighting a Pikachu every fucking day of his life while he tries to find one around town. You know what I mean? I mean, this is what he's up to.
Yeah, it's a Pika, P-I-K-A. They're large mountain rodents with big ears.
Oh,
they burrow. They collect.
Leaves. Cute as shit.
Yeah, these things don't. The amount of shit that comes out of these things is crazy.
Well, Clay,
they pee everywhere.
By the way, Clay, that Pika's around your cabin. That Pika's probably like, "Hey, dog, calling the kettle black here, bud." Like,
look at this.
Like a lot of shit
ridiculous.
piss come out of you, bud. Look at that.
Look at this thing. What the hell? This was a. Oops.
These are closer. These Pikas are closer related to bears than mice. I was like.
You know your enemy. I was like, you know your enemy.
No, that's like they're closer to beavers.
Shit they output.
They're closer to beavers than
I'll
mice.
show you closer to beaver.
By the way, for a polyester blend,
and rabbits. Rabbits. They're rabbit-like. They're rabbit-like. It's like having a rabbit living with you.
If someone wants to do the research on this, one of the greatest questions polyester blend could ever ask is what animal produces the most shit by volume of the body it has? Like, what is the most shit producing mammal on the planet? Most
I'm on it.
Mass to shit mass.
Yes, mass to mass
ratio. Yeah,
producing animal. By the way, people, we're back. Polyester's Blend is officially back because we are asking questions like this. This is what we do. Clay, what we're also back with is this. You were gone last week. It was a tribe of Ryans, but I think we kind of, unless you have a huge veto problem, everything's in motion, Clay. Everything's in motion because it was such a hit doing Deliverance that Book Club lives on. And in fact, it has been decided. Poly Blend. Breakfast of Champions, unless you have a strong feeling otherwise, Clay.
No, I've read this book.
All right, how cool are you?
And I'll read it again. As a 40-year-old.
Are we all? I've never read it. Ryan, you've never read it?
I've never read it. I started it today. I'm 20 pages in. I'm already into it.
You fucker.
It's like the most Vonnegut of all Vonnegut's. It's funny. It's clever. It's kind of silly and ridiculous,
Clay,
and also good.
Do you have strong feelings otherwise? Do you have strong feelings against it?
No, let's read it, man. Let's read it. I'd love to read it as a 48-year-old. By the way, 48-year-old man.
Oh shit.
When I read it, like it blew my mind because it does a lot of stuff that like I didn't know you were allowed to do. Which now I know you're allowed to do it. So it's one of those like interesting to revisit it.
He says he wrote it to himself as a 50-year-old birthday present.
Oh!
So yes.
Yeah,
So
perfect time for
I think he's like, this is just me having fun. Here you go. So that's how I
drawing crappy pictures of beavers.
Yes.
Gurky as a 59-year-old adult male with advanced diabetes.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable with reading Breakfast of Champions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't read books, so
Such a
I will.
fucking whiner. All right, just swallow the pill, says the guy who didn't read.
But oddly, the book he just read just won best novel in the Best of Utah.
Yeah, I just write books.
I don't read. I just write.
I don't read. Fuck off. Listen, this is about expanding your mind. That's what Polyester Blend's all about. By the way, the new future slogan of Polyester Blend.
Wait, Schlegel, were you the only person who didn't read the last book?
Ryan, shut the fuck up. All right, people. Poly Blend. We are going to read. Some of us will be reading the second book of the Polyester Blend Book Club. Other of us will deliver on their guarantee to read the first one. Wow, so many notes so far. Jordan, where are we at with the most shit producing mammal?
Oh, I thought you were on it. I said I was on it, and then I saw you writing
I'm
something.
running a fucking show here. I can't be doing all this stuff. Jesus.
I'm on Reddit, and boy, it's a fascinating place.
Well, tell me anything you find out. Anything you find out.
What does bowel cancer smell like?
Uh-oh. They come into the sled.
It smells like Clayton's house.
I was like, they come into the Schledder. They're like, yeah, that's a lot. That's more cancer than guts.
Ryan, you're gonna love this answer.
Give it to me.
Based on current knowledge, the animal that produces most fecal matter by volume is the blue whale.
What?
Wait, but that's by volume, not as it relates to body size.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we gotta talk about like relation to body mass.
I mean, but that is. I mean, that's an unsurprising fact.
A female curly-tailed lizard.
There you go.
It says a female curly-tailed lizard from Florida holds the record for the largest poop to body ratio of a living organism.
All right, guess what, everybody? We've never had a mascot. We have never had a mascot on Polyester Blend, but it is official.
Oh, there we are. Oh, that
PBL mascot. The female.
Jesus. Yeah.
Curly-tailed.
And there will never be another female on this program.
Well, we need more females. And if we can get the curly-tailed lizard to be the first one, hopefully it opens the door for more.
I like that picture. It's like getting ready to poop.
To say, I don't know why I'm sitting here listening.
I know, exactly. Sound engineer Janine.
But I do have some important info. Skunks can spray 5 or 6 times in a row.
Whoa.
And the mist can travel up to 15 feet on its own, if not farther. But after a skunk sprays, she has to wait between 8 and 10 days for her anal glands to be replenished.
You know what makes me feel good, you guys? Again, PBL mascot, the female curly-tailed lizard. The new thing on Polyester Blend.
Also, it says other animals with notable poop include elephants, bears, and humans.
Humans.
Easy. I didn't even need Wikipedia to know that.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
I'll be right back.
It's official. Female curly-tailed lizard, Polyester Blend's mascot. A thing that we
at least the internet didn't just call Clayton out right off the bat.
Son bitch.
People, beyond this, we must announce these things here. Your thoughts on these two subject matters, Clayton?
What up?
As a lefty organization, as one of our friends would say, that lives in an echo chamber, not untrue. Polyester Blend will create a Blue Sky account. What do you think, Clay?
Been hearing a lot of people talking about Blue Sky. Sounds like another echo chamber.
Whoa! Ryan, your thoughts on this?
I feel like I'm done with social media.
Oh!
I feel like when TikTok came out, I was like, I'm not gonna do that, and now I'm not gonna go to Blue Sky. I'm just gonna fade away.
How about this? I mean,
Remain on Substack.
I fucking kind of love.
You still do the meta channels.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I do the most.
Instagram story.
I do the worst. I do the worst ones. Yeah, no, that's true. I do.
Busted.
Ryan, how dare you? You're fucking high mighty horse, but you're fucking posting your high mighty horse from Meta. You know what I mean?
No, I misspoke when I said I'm done with social media. I'm done with joining new social medias. That's what
I'm
gonna
only
stick
erasing
around.
social medias from now. I erased X.
Okay, here.
Yes.
This is why we need to do the show every week, because I get this kind of catalog. That many notes, guys. That many notes. I have too many notes of ideas. But one of them in there, Clay, was our favorite. Polyester Blend's done with the internet.
Yeah.
Coming from a show that literally is on the internet.
I just think I'm done with the
I
internet.
think we're done with the internet here. People, the other thing I was going to say is next week, we created the account, but next week we go live on Instagram for the first time. We're going to have a dual YouTube, Instagram. Ryan, your thoughts on this? You hate this? What do you think?
I love it.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the social medias that I'm still on.
Clearly,
love it.
Jeremy, your thoughts on this, or should we just? I mean, I kind of want just because you guys will only repost shit if it's on Instagram. I feel like, so it's like we got to get reposting somewhere. You know what I mean? We have to have a battleground somewhere. It ain't happened on YouTube. The algorithms have said no to Polyester Blend on YouTube. Also, we don't really want that many people. The sweet spot's like it's like 50.
Yeah.
50 to 100 views a week. I'm like, sweet spot. Good with that.
Yeah.
That should be our push. Push to 50.
Push to 50.
Push to 50. And that is just like the
How about a push away from 0?
we got like 7.
Hell yeah.
The push.
The hell is that?
What is going on?
Gurk,
My dogs.
Full report, Gurk. Full report here, dog.
dog?
Full report. Oh, it's my
There was a
dog.
My
ghost.
Do you want some Michael Vick action on YouTube? I bet you that would get you some.
Oh, Gurky.
No, they're just going bananas right
By the
now.
way, I hope that was the longest fart you ever had. And you're like, these dogs I've got. Whoa.
Who let the dogs out? Am I right?
Got that dog in me.
By the way, I was gonna say, I don't know if you saw this, Clay, but the news is out, Clay. Around the Horn, ESPN's flagship show is done. They're going to end Around the Horn.
That was with the two guys who would yell at each other?
No, there was 4 people and then a host.
Oh.
And
Was it a baseball show?
No, it was they tried too much. It was everything, Clay. It was like, so, but I was going to say what we should steal, they throw it all in like when Kramer steals the Andy Griffith show, Merv Griffith show from the dumpster, we should save the point system. Because I've been obsessed for a while of just giving out random points for you guys.
just random.
Point.
It just
They're putting you in charge of that?
Clay, I mean, if you want to do points, I'm all for you taking over points, maybe. But Clay, you have to commit to it throughout the whole night.
That seems like a Jeremy role, but okay.
It's up to whoever wants it. I just say, let's steal from the trash heap.
Just more power to you. It's disturbing to me.
Could we buy it at auction? Like,
I do like the idea, though.
All right.
And can you make us have stupid talking heads like that the entire time?
That's
like,
right.
We're
Well,
all
we
up.
could do that. We have a similar. We're going to work on it. Blend. Some of the things I want to work on is more of this, like a panel show, KTRD style, and then but somehow figure this out a little bit more. But
yeah, you suss that out a little bit. I like that. I like that idea.
Okay, point system. Clay, I mean, you complained enough. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say,
Like
Clay,
in general, like lifetime.
every show. But Clay, you are in charge of points next week. You don't have to do it this week, or if you
No,
want.
that'd be fun. Yeah, I mean, let's rotate it. Let's rotate the point duties.
Ooh, I love that. Rotate. I will announce that.
Equity, baby, equity.
I love it. We're all a part of this. We all have equal ownership.
Winner gets Husky Boy of the show.
Love that. Next thing to go is this, and it's disgusting. It must be discussed. It must be discussed, you all. Is that I am currently at a moment where we've talked about I have not found a new barber, but we must introduce this. This is how it's grown. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Ooh,
We are
popping out of the back there.
I'm just saying we're introducing a new cam, and it's gross back of hat hair cam. I mean, guys, do I continue with this? I mean, Ryan, what are your thoughts here?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep it going, but you're at the point of no return. I think you passed the point of no return. You just gotta let that thing kind of creep out in the back.
Look at it. I got this little. I was in a meeting earlier, and I was like doing this, and I was like, could you imagine if someone looked over and just saw me going?
You should go to Perry. I would love you to go to Perry once.
Dude,
I want you to go to Perry. I think you should before he retires.
What? How do you have a clock
I would
on
take
that?
video of you doing that, Ryan, and put it on Instagram stories. Mm-hmm. Yep.
When's Perry gonna be done, Clay? Oh, should I curl that at night?
I mean, who knows? You know, it's getting up there. But I just like to see you guys talk to each other. That would be the weirdest conversation of all time. It would be amazing.
I saw you the other night, and I was struck by how good your hair looked. I thought you had just kind of captured that cusp between like lovably disheveled and given up hope.
Oh, let's do this. So Steph the other day was like, you've got Wolverine hair, but then I was like, I did Flock of Seagulls for her. Let's see if I can recreate it. So it's like Wolverine, but then I drop this and do like a swoop in front, like
Kind of like a Misfits thing.
Yeah, like a devil lock, but like that. Yeah.
Yeah, from the back of the head though, it looks a little more like the Hastings dip.
It looks like a nice landing spot for the lunar module. People, we must keep going. Enough of this business we're already doing here. Oh my God, it's already 9:34. Here's what we're going to do quickly. I didn't want to do this here. Okay, quick thought on this, everybody. Did we stop doing point of order because I can't handle the news anymore? Where are we at with this?
Can't we just do silly, funky news? Like trying to brine your turkey in the Great Salt Lake?
Well,
We got to talk about that.
Oh, I thought we were going to do it. That's why I mentioned it.
we're going to. That's the most compelling point. Ryan, your thoughts on news? Do we give up on point of order because we can't handle it anymore? We become what the kids in the hall used to say, which is they don't want anything of topic of the day because their stuff will last forever, which clearly ours will. If we don't talk about current issues, Ryan, your thoughts on this?
I think I mean, is your concern with like national politics? You don't want.
We're inevitably going to dip our toes back into it. I know I will. And I'm just like, is this a place where you don't have to do this? Show started as a place where we could all talk about it. And I love that. But I'm like, have we evolved to a point where it's like, I just want to goof with you guys and just goof and not have to worry about that shit. But it's also like, it's a great place for all of us to talk because it's one of the only places I can talk with some of my favorite minds about.
You mean echo chamber minds?
I don't even care about that.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and talk about Trump all day for the next 4 years.
I don't want to do that.
No one wants to do that.
It's not even that, Clay. I mean, I understand the echo chamber part of it all. I also going to give this group a little bit of cred.
Yeah, we're not echo chamber.
I feel like all of us are not. Of course, there's inherent bias, Clay, right? But I also feel like we're not. I can't wait for people like Travis to say something about this. I feel like we're trying to be open-minded. I don't know, Clay. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it skews. I don't know because like the whole like be more balanced. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, try to understand people. Someone like Mike Lee. Like,
here's a fact: he fucking sucks. How do I be balanced on that? I mean, look at this guy. I mean, we already have him pinned down.
Polly Blend.
I mean, the fucker's got all the awards you would ever want in the TPOS Hall of Fame. I mean, he's got. Where's our guy? He's got some of the worst stuff. I mean, this
Maybe we could seek to understand the appeal of some of the people in the Hall of Fame.
Pamper commander of our Fudge Seas, Mike Lee.
Why bother?
Hey, I mean, I think you can kind of retire his name from the program after that.
I'm gonna say this, Clay. One of the most proud I've ever been of myself is the droopy text of his shit, weighing down.
That's pretty good. That's really great.
His Pampers come with Mike Lee very straight, but he fills it with so much shit that his name starts to droop down.
Well, you know,
Polly Blend. Just think about it.
Anyway, yeah, just maybe we keep it light for a little while. Do a little like bring a funny story that you heard over the week.
Evolve into it, because
bring your brining turkey on the Great Salt Lake story.
Wait a minute, let's get right into it, everybody. It's time to go to a little segment we love called Point of Order. Point of order this week. Order. We say order. Do we talk about this kind of stuff or do we not? But we must this week because, Clay, you bring to our attention something beautiful. Something that makes me go, yeah, maybe we do need to do it every week because, my God, is that not what we do on this show? Clay, talk about it from Fox 13. Do we need to watch the video? I haven't watched the video yet.
I haven't watched the video. I read the article and I looked at the headline and I was just, my God.
We're going to get an ad first. And I'm like,
skating for over 45 years has taken a toll.
It's like Tony Hawk selling like old people pills.
Hey, your tea, dog.
I know. I took it too. I take that supplement.
I think we've all brined our turkeys in the Great Salt Lake, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man. But a lot of it. Here we go.
Is that Schlegel's cousin?
Such incredible
Fuck
things.
off.
In fact, I think we got a great story to let you guys know about. Let's see.
Literally the worst thing you could say, Clay.
I don't pull him cousin vibes there. Anyway, go ahead.
Someone left their Thanksgiving turkey to brine in the Great... This isn't real, is it? Oh, gosh.
Do I ham it up like this? I mean, God.
No, this guy's got a level of inauthenticity here.
What am I like? You're the fucking one in front of the camera. You know we were going to... Don't play this game. Now, this is bad comedy.
Okay, so I guess at the Great Salt Lake, they found a turkey, and it does not look good. Take a look. Someone left this turkey to brine in the Great Salt Lake. I guess they thought...
Wait a minute. I'm starting to feel very dubious about this. They're filling in some...
Do you think it was self-serving for Fox 13?
Yeah, because now I'm starting to be like, wait a minute. Did this person leave it to brine? Like, or did it fall out of a fucking train, and like, and then we found it and we're like, oh, that's weird. I don't know.
Well, let's watch your cousin's story.
The salt content is really high and brining a turkey tastes really good.
All right, now we found the least... I went from the greatest part of this show, from the Mike Lee drooping to Clay being like, this is your cousin.
Just let your cousin speak.
That doesn't look good at all. I guess park officials are saying that the salinity level is way too high to brine a turkey in.
I'm going to read this text on this.
Not to mention like the magnesium tailings.
Yeah, okay, hold on. It's time of year again. Just for annual reminder not to use the Great Salt Lake to brine your turkey. Not only is the salinity too high for the proper brine, but the waves can be very strong, and there's a good chance you could lose your entire turkey, as this person did. Okay, so this makes me think, Clay, that maybe they had there was evidence of they tied it off. You know what I mean, Clay? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's wrapped up. I guess it's wrapped. Looks like it's wrapped up in the grocery packaging, right?
But mesh. You can't. Wait. You can't wrap a turkey in plastic and brine it.
Exactly.
And none of the brine actually gets to the turkey.
I feel
I think it's wrapped in that mesh that's permeable.
Okay, here's what I want to know.
That's still fucking disgusting.
Well,
I can't figure out why it's pink at the bottom, but maybe
it's the label. It's the label. It's the label turned color.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. You can't leave it in the packaging.
100%. Girk, I mean, your industry's already taken a hit for fucking up everything. But let me just say this. Some little fucking scrutiny.
And it was just off I-88.
It just feels a little too like, this could go viral. We need some Great Salt Lake content. Ryan,
do you think
what your sniff
State
test?
Park did it?
Your sniff test on this, Ryan?
I think it was staged. I think it's fake.
Jeremy, you're a man who's done shit for public stunts to make your own brand go bigger. By that brand, I mean your Pokemon Go channel.
And it was all worth it. Wouldn't take any of it
Your
back.
viral campaign was leaving a bunch of shit and piss around Clayton's cabin and being like, Pika, like, check it out.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing this one, but
I also...
do I think that the Great Salt Lake State Park would lie to us, though?
You know who runs that shit?
Oh, then yes.
I don't know.
And it's just disgusting. Okay, I take back everything I just said about Utahns. Y'all are crazy.
What is this, some Southern motherfucker? My cousin's Southern? By the way, I got to get one of these Fox 13 caps. We got to get a polyester blend cap so I can do stories from outside the Schledio with this cap on. Be like, I'm going to say this point of order, but I don't know, you motherfuckers. I don't know about this. Poly blend hat and then this coat. I don't know. I say Ordah. Ordah. Also, if it was just a naked ass turkey, Clay, with a fucking like chain to it,
disgusting.
I'd be like, let this motherfucking rip. Let him go.
Let it
like,
cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Let's go.
Oh, so Silver Sands Beach. Silver Sands Beach is right adjacent to Black Rock Beach, which is right off I-80. So,
right.
You know, turkey falling off the turkey truck.
Don't believe it.
Possible.
We'll find out. People,
we're sure it was definitely not a head, right?
Not a what?
Not a head. Like if they cut the bag open, it's not like it's not Nick Cage's head in there. Just kind of like
that would be amazing, Girk. If they
what's in the bag?
It made it to fucking air, and it's just like some fucking severed head in a plastic bag from like casino age.
Oddly enough, you can brine a human head. That's acceptable.
We love it so much. People.
Pickled brain on the way.
We have so much show to get to here, Clay. So much show to get here tonight. We must get to our first music break. Unless you had something else, Clay. Anything else in point of order? Anything else in point of order?
Boldly forward. Let's go.
Let's go. We must get to our first music break. Clay and Ryan. We discussed this earlier. Turns out we already did a thanks music theme a couple of years ago. So Ryan was like, how about quote unquote black, quote unquote Friday? So we're doing Black and Friday songs. Clay, did you find one?
I did, but it's like the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. You probably shouldn't play it.
Ryan, did you find one?
I did. Yeah, I put it in the doc.
Oh shit, Ryan, you put in a doc of one of our segments that's going away. Is that true or false? True or false?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, we got to
putting Mary Worth. Are we retiring Mary Worth?
We're doing a little. We are in the twilight, Ryan, like just before the oh boy, here we go, Bilbo and the elves and all that shit at the end of Lord of the Fellowship of the whatever.
God damn!
As they're about to go off into the distance, Ryan, until they go into the ether and they're gone forever. We're going to do a couple more Ryan's Comics Corner, and tonight is one of those nights. But Ryan, before we get to that, Wait for the Blackout. Is this a song that you have chosen?
Do that. Yep.
I love it. 3 minutes, 51 seconds from the damned Be This Turkey, and not be any of you watching right now. 3 minutes and 51 seconds. We come back after Wait for the Blackout by the Damned. Polyester Blend, first music break. Poly Blend.
purpose in life only brings the fear. Nothing to corrupt the eyes, there is no vision here. At first you may find it strange, but do not go away. The darkness holds a power that you won't find in the day.
Oh, the damned. I'll be damned if I didn't notice it was over. Oh my God almighty. Poly blend. What an incredible turn. Ryan, damned. You've gone a deep dive on the dam before?
I don't, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the damned.
Give me a
Very
little,
good.
Give me
So
a
you
little
didn't
bit.
play.
Well, because you were like, this is the worst pick I've ever had. This sucks. It's like your cousin made
I thought you might be curious.
I went with Ryan's because it sounded great to me. Because the damned is something I'm like, I could get into the damned.
Yeah, you should.
Damned if you do.
Damned
if you don't.
People, we must get into it because I'd be remiss if we didn't do this tonight. We must get into a poly court situation here. And I'm being judged. Poly blend. People!
Yeah.
I hate this. Clay, stay right there. Stay right there. You need to set the scene, Clay, because I will let you set the scene, and then I will provide evidence, and we'll see what the polyheads. You can't vote on this, Clay. You can't say, but everyone else here will vote on what what I'm sentenced as, and what my sentence is. Clay, we were on a river trip. You know where to take it from here. I'll try to fill in the gaps, but you take it first. Go ahead, man.
I mean, the story really starts in the years and years that we've been doing this.
Clay's
trip.
already the court.
Who is defense? Who's prosecution and defense?
I am being prosecuted.
Ryan is charged with fucking up.
I'm being prosecuted. Clay's bringing the evidence. Okay. You all will judge you will judge what my sentence is.
So we are hearing the prosecution's case first.
That is correct. That is correct.
Gotcha.
That is correct.
Like years of we remember last time when Clayton almost missed our morning call for the boat trip? Remember that one time Clayton fucked up?
Wait, Clay, I should give some
made us late.
I should give us some context here, Clay. I've set this up a little bit so I can give some context here. Everybody, that'll come.
Oh, there it is.
People,
that's a real
for
evidence.
Those who don't know, Clay has set up for his birthday some time ago a wonderful, maybe one of my favorite things to do in the world, a river trip going down the Colorado River as it exits the wonderful Hoover Dam, one of our great achievements. And by the way, this trip too, Clay, I think you and I both were like, and the Pat Tillman Bridge is also an amazing accomplishment as well. But we drove
over it 6 times.
We float down the wonderful Colorado River, and we get to Willow Beach, wherever the fuck that is, over here somewhere, right there, Willow Beach. So we float. It's like about 8 river miles in total.
Not that long.
Not that, or a little less.
It's flat and it's chill, but it's been 2 days.
Yeah, and we've done it forever, right, Clay? We've done it. Very easy 2-night trip, but Clay, take it from there.
Well, the only thing that's hard is that you have to pay a guide to take you down to the dam. It costs $50.
Ugh.
And they have launch times at 8 a.m., be there at 7, or 7 a.m., be there at 6. And I'd been bugging Schlegel for a month to do it, to sign up, because the 8 o'clock's going to fill up, and he didn't sign up. So he had to sign up for the 7, which means we put him in a casino and give him alcohol.
First of all, for those who don't quite follow, everyone's going at 8 a.m. I'm going at 7 a.m. because, yes, I was a little late to do it, but I was just...
I've reached my verdict.
Wait, so
Jeremy, please.
Probable cause.
His own watercraft?
Yes, he's using my inflatable watercraft, which is uninflated in the back of his truck.
And I will have to inflate it in the morning and just
has to drive it into the park at 7.
No, it's already in the parking lot of the casino that we're staying at.
But into...
They come up with a trailer, and you put the boat on a trailer. So he has to inflate it and put it on the trailer first thing in the morning.
We stay here, Jeremy, at the wonderful Hoover Dam Lodge and Casino. And right here in this parking lot, you can see it right there. Well, that's not exactly, but you fill up a trailer, Jeremy, and you get into a truck, and they take you down to where you have to have Homeland
the TSA, HMS, Homeland Security clearance.
And they will drive you all the way down here, Jeremy. We're right here on this beach. You have to fill up your shit and get out of there because this zone is Homeland Security. You got to get out of there in 15 minutes. So you put all your shit on a boat there, just get down to this beach right here, and then resituate your shit. Oh, right here. You resituate your shit.
And so is everyone else going to meet you there at that spot?
The plan was I would get up at 7, get on my boat with all my shit, exactly what we planned. I would then get on the boat and just cruise down and for about an hour on this beach, zonk out, drink beer, smoke cigs, whatever I want to do. It's 7 a.m. and I'm on a river and nothing makes sense. So I could do whatever right there. That was the plan. Me an hour ahead of everyone.
So is everyone else launching from the same spot? You
An hour later.
An hour later.
I was late to signing up, so I got the shittier earlier time because I was the
So you were just going to go wait for them after launching a little further down the river.
Yes.
And you overslept and fucked it up? Is that where this story is going?
Let's just all hold on. Let's just all hold on a second.
I woke up in the morning on time and
8 a.m. for the 8 a.m. float.
7 a.m. for the 8 a.m. trip. And I thought, my God, I'm so proud of Ryan. He didn't even call me in the morning to ask me how to inflate my boat. The guy figured it out on his own. Isn't that awesome? And we went out.
Which I would have. Objection.
Purely speculative, as the evidence will illuminate, because we went out there, and these guys are kind of dicks. They're like, go, go, go. You're late, you're late, you're late. Sign the waiver, sign the waiver. We got to go. This is Homeland Security, yada, yada, yada. And I'm starting to unload the back of Ryan's truck, and I'm like, why is my boat still here? And I was like, did he find like another boat? Did he meet some friends here? And they're like, oh, no, you could jump on our canoe.
Meet some friends.
Okay, Clayton, just keep in mind you're under oath.
Yeah.
Did you really think
eating food.
Ryan found some friends and got on another boat?
I'm eating spinach.
That was the most likely explanation for the boat not being gone?
For like 7 seconds. So my brain's broken. I mean, we were up pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but
I will provide my evidence.
Ryan Ryan. I was with my GF, so like we went to bed. I was just so proud of Ryan. Turns out he was still snoozing in his hotel while we were getting yelled at by the place that was full. And what? You can take it from here. What happens? Someone calls you, don't they?
So,
do I call you?
As has been provided by the court, one explanation of the story. But here, I must fight for my life and explain what I had to experience that day. I show up to one Clayton Scribner's house, and he goes, we're going to put all this shit back here. I'm like, what? And there's like a million things of shit.
So this is before you even
3 p.m. 3 p.m. on our way down
This
to
is
the hotel casino.
this is the boat he's going to use. The boat I'm going to use.
A
The
canoe.
gear Roger's going to use.
Gear.
All of our friends.
I will now. I'm now being told I'm taking it all down, which is fine. It's fine.
We talked
On
about
the
this.
way down, I am reminded of time. I remind Clay of times of Clay. Remember that time you made us listen to Longmont Potion Castle and you slammed the ground?
Not the first time I was been reminded of that.
Multiple times. Do you remember the time we showed up and I had a hotel room and you were like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll get a room." "Oh, do you have a room, Ryan?" "Oh, I'll just stay in your room." I have already reserved the room. I am.
This is the least popular segment we've ever done. We've lost literally everyone that does the show. They've found better things to
I'm
do.
the only jury member left. Everyone else.
They've all found
Gotta
other
get
things
some
to
beer.
do. They heard my defense, or they heard about my charges,
So
and they have no interest in your defense.
Schlegel's defense seems to be revisiting past grievances
Well,
rather than addressing.
all I was going to provide to the evidence.
I guess not knowing that he had to pack.
No. Already packed. Just had to throw it in his truck. I had everything ready to go.
I am hanging out with good friends, Jeremy, in this wonderful place known as the Hoover Dam Lodge. That's where we hang out. For your evidence, that's where we're at. We're in the back over here near the bar having a great time. Real conversations, wonderful conversations. Right before this, Jeremy, remind you, I didn't know, but I would have to shuttle a car all the way down with Clayton from the hotel down to Willow Beach, all the way over here. Meaning what the fuck is that? Get the fuck rid of that. I had to
He
shut
ended up in Vatican City somehow.
Yeah,
If you could go back, which cardinal are you in this situation?
we're both priests, basically. But Clayton and I.
Wait, could you explain what a river trip is to me real fast? And
Have you
a
ever
boat,
been
maybe?
to
I'll jump to conclusions.
This kind of reminds me of the book Deliverance.
I mean,
the really
Ryan,
good part with the river.
Ryan. So we have to drive a car here after I didn't know that at 9:30. So a 6-hour trip turns into an 8-hour trip.
That was Ken Perko's fault.
I
Anyway.
get back to this lodge and I see good friends, Austin Booth, Joe Taylor, and we just have a nightcap over here. Then Ken Perko and I go out to my truck and go one step by step of every item right around here. Every item in my truck, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do this. We go through. Ken Perko, the most river dad of river dads, is like, "Ryan, you got a solid system. We're ready to go. You literally just have to grab bags and go. That's all you have to do. Just grab bags and go. You're ready to go." We go back in to this hotel right there, go to the elevator, and I'll never forget. I was like, "Oh, Perko, do you want?" And he just goes in the elevator, and I see the door shut on him. And I go, "Wait a minute. Well, I'm not super tired yet."
Uh-oh.
Guess what I see, Ryan?
Unintended plus 30 points.
Some buffalo.
I put in a reasonable amount of money, nothing crazy. And like a slot machine does, it does not reward. I get one bonus, 3 coins.
That's cool.
And then it goes away.
That could have kept you playing for a little while.
I go up to my room.
Okay, you said not that much money in a little while, but what does that mean for
20
you?
Minutes, 20 minutes. I go to this room.
$500.
Plead the fifth. I go to this room, and you can see the couch. You can see the bed. I have set up all of my shit. I am wearing what you need on the river. Tivas, water resistant pants, something warm. I am ready to go. Everything's packed. Everything's ready to go, including my phone with 2 alarms from these 2 phones. Turns out
2 phones. You're a drug dealer?
My job as a drug dealer.
As a drug dealer.
It turns out that I had set work phone. I had changed an alarm that was for not the right date. And then when I went to sleep with these headphones, Exhibit A, Bluetooth was on, listening to a podcast to get to sleep. I almost just stayed up, Ryan. I almost just was like, I'm staying up. I'm just going to stay up. But I was like, I have 45 minutes. I'm just going to lay down. And then 45 minutes and then an hour and a half, but it was like, I'll make it work. I
It's
followed
45 minutes to lay down.
Or 5:15.
So it was 4 something and I laid down, but I was like, I'll just get up. So I lay down in that room, that kind of bed right there. The next thing I know, I don't wake up to anything, but just reminder what happens next. My eyes go boop, and it's bright. And I go, problem. And I run over to my phone, and the alarm is going off. But it's going off through the Bluetooth that are no longer in my ear. I can't predict this. But I have woken up 15 minutes before the 8 o'clock launch.
What about the second phone?
I had set the wrong date. It was a problem.
Okay, so you only had one alarm set.
But I had one.
Thought you had 2 alarms set.
Thought I had 2. I answered the phone to one Joe Taylor, who Ryan Bradford knows. And Joe Taylor, I was up, Ryan. I was like, fuck, and I have everything ready to go. So I just grab it, and in my mind, here's what I also thought. No one gives me credit for this. Fuck it, I'll rent a motorboat, and I'll just motor up like some asshole in a skiff, and just be like, that's what I'm thinking. Joe Taylor goes, where are you? And I'm like, it's not my problem, blah, blah, blah. And Joe's like, okay, just come down. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Here's what immediately switches over, and I need the court to know this, is that I've gotten shit to Clayton for every year he's been Clayton. And then I know I have lost every high ground I have had with this man. Where when I come down, I'm going to get a row of faces like, oh, you fucked up, dude. You fucked up. You fucked up. And I go through and I'm so prepared. I grab 3 bags. Clayton helped me inflate the boat. Thank you, Clay. Ken Perko may or may not have juiced the pot by being like slipping a little thing, and I got to make sure I take care of them there. But I'm now on the 8 o'clock, which they should have just allowed me on in the first place. And I get on the boat or the trailer down to the launch. But it's the excruciating. This is where I need you all to sentence me. Where do I fall? Am I a total fuck up? You understand the circumstances I had. I had to do a shuttle later than I thought. I'm taking stuff more than I thought. I went through everything. I was super prepared. An alarm went through my Bluetooth. I was ready to go. I woke up without an alarm, ready to go.
Do you typically sleep with your Bluetooth headphones?
Yes.
And do they typically fall out?
Yes.
So this should have been a known possibility.
I thought that sometimes they go through the Bluetooth, sometimes they just do the phone thing.
Okay, just had to clarify that.
I just like, for me, the real money part of this is he's fully clothed to get on the river trip because he knows he's playing with fire. He's like got his boat sandals on in the bag. He knows he's tempting fate. I'm just going to sit here for 45 minutes. I mean, really, once you said that to yourself, I'm going to sit on the bed for 45 minutes. Your fate was sealed.
I should have stayed up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I would have mainlined some coffee and buffaloed another $500.
Ryan, you barely been listening, but I need your final sentence here.
Final sentence?
How do you sentence me?
Is he guilty for fucking up?
5 years. Yeah.
I'm guilty.
You have to go on this river trip again for another 5 years straight.
I don't know why you're so indignant. Like everything you could have been easily avoided.
Easily
avoided.
You could have gone to sleep. You could have actually set your alarm right.
Also, I don't think you're being very forthright with the judge with your timelines and your trail of your solo casino time.
Well, I think
but
you must became apparent when he was only going to get 45 minutes of sleep.
Because I got like four
He
and a half.
definitely condensed what was which probably for the best for the courts, but it seemed like Perka went and I went and played the slot machine. And
The doors closed, and my fate was sealed.
Next thing you know, well, I figured I might as well get 45 minutes of sleep instead of no sleep.
Final sentence, Jeremy. Am I shamed for life, or is this a recalibrate? I mean, is this a all-time fail, or is this like you got by?
Okay.
I mean, what do you think?
So I'm gonna say you can't give Clayton shit.
No.
For his.
No!
Let me finish my sentence. You can't give Clayton shit. I'm gonna sentence you, and if you interrupt me one more time, I'll find you in contempt.
Order!
You can't give Clayton shit for any river trip incident that happened prior to your Colossus.
Oh yeah.
But
ask.
your fuck ups, you can still give him shit for.
That's all we ask.
This is a sentencing worse than death. Ryan, do you concur with Jeremy's conclusion?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeremy in the court.
Ryan Schlegel, you've been sentenced in the Polyhead court.
Polyblend.
I am deemed to not give shit, Clay, for any previous misventures. The slate is clean, Clay, and I'm even going to add an extra ruling on this, Clay. You can give me shit on this one until you fuck up again. Okay, until you.
But you know, I'll go easy on you.
Look,
I went easy on you that morning. I was like, let's get this done. Let's put the boat on the thing. Let's inflate your shit. Let's get the fuck out of here.
As always, the Poly Court is true and wise, just like when this guy does a little bit of doing the Lord's work by we don't have to read this shit, but he does. And what he does?
He reads them and brings them.
People, we are coming to an end to a long-standing, the longest bit on Polyester Blend, Ryan's Comics Corner, an amazing bit that is going to go the way of Ryan. Picture me sleeping and never waking up, which is going to happen one day. But we, my friends, are looking at this. Ryan, say what you must about Ryan's Comics Corner, because we are coming to an end here. Your thoughts?
My thoughts. I'm glad we're ending on this one because we have.
Is this it?
Everyone's perennial. Yeah, I think this might be it.
Can we do one? Can we do one final of all of our favorites?
Well, okay, we can assess after.
Okay.
We can assess after this.
Yeah, like some kind of ceremony or something.
We got Mary the Gilf. She is in bad shape in this comic, and I was like, this is the one to end on.
Ooh.
She is sick, and it is she has been planning to make a Thanksgiving dinner and invite all her friends from Santa Royale over. But she might have COVID. I don't know.
Oh. COVID.
All right.
Go for it, Ryan.
So we got the opening quote from John C. Mather. Do not make grand plans. Be flexible. We have two
astrophysicists. He's an astrophysicist, Nobel Prize winner in physics. So there you go. Still alive. God bless.
Which is a weird quote to attribute to him. Seems like something that you would just say and someone would be like, "Oh, great quote. Be on Maryworth someday."
But right.
So you got some window yellows saying that too.
This is John C. Mather seeing that his name is referenced in a Maryworth comic, just so you know.
Oh,
I like this.
I like it.
I approve.
I like it.
So you have Chu. So as Mary rethinks plans to host Thanksgiving dinner. Ugh, how can I host dinner this Thursday? Jeff and friends are looking forward to coming over in a few days. And I feel sick as a dog. I dread calling them to cancel get-together plans. I don't want them to get sick. It's for the best. Sigh.
Oh,
that
wow.
That fourth panel right there. Have we ever seen Mary so unattractive?
Oh, Is that her euthanasia app she's got up on her phone?
Because I mean, all respect to Mary Worth, she is a hot piece of A, as we all know, right?
We've been
as we
doing
have all
this for a
discussed.
while.
Smoking. She's not looking good here.
Excuse me.
It's Clay. There you are.
He just did.
Sorry.
He was reading the second panel right there.
Yeah, see?
I mean, Jeremy, your first thoughts on this, what may be the last of our Mary Worth, Is It Worth It campaign?
I mean, it's a real, downer of an ending to send our beloved Gilf out on, but maybe it's
Our beloved
Jesus. Our beloved
Our
Gilf.
beloved Gilf.
Lord Almighty.
I mean, Clayton, your thoughts
Is
on
that
this?
how you want to remember Mary after all those great panels we've looked at?
I get what Ryan's getting at here with leaning in on a retirement of the Mary Worth segment. I would hate to have it go out on this.
Oh.
Can we just see one more?
Okay, we can
if
see.
she-
We can see.
We just see if she dies.
We can see if they
Here's what we
get
wanna
that Thanksgiving.
I love, it's a good point, Clay, that we're ending on like this sad. We felt this way the last couple weeks. Is it all over? Is it done? And we need I'm hoping Mary Worth will rebirth, but you know what I'm scared of, Clay? She's going to be like, and then Trump won, so I feel better. Because that's like, the writers of the show are kind of writing the show. But you know what I mean?
I'm kind of hoping that the next one ends with like Wilbur showing up. He's like, I want fish.
What if?
I do.
I mean, did you even look at the Comics Kingdom remarks on this one? Is there anything good?
No.
No. I mean, I looked at the comics curmudgeon, and he's very convinced that she has COVID.
Is this the first time she's admitted?
I'd like to think he did a deep dive on that.
To admit it.
Could also be syphilis.
Could also be. This is
That
why
shit
we
gets
need to
around in
retire
the
it.
senior community.
This
you know
is
that.
why we need to retire it. I mean, it's over at this point. People, if you don't know, what we do is we recognize what's going on and we try to give a rating on it. That's in fact absolutely true. We like to look at what has been offered in front of you and say, is it Mary worth it? Is that worth it? I don't know. Is it worth it? Clay, you start off. Is this Mary worth it or not worth it?
I think it's worth continuing the segment on at least one more time, which, if you really think about it, is the whole point of Mary Worth.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth watching it one more time to see what happened to these people?
It's what it provides for us. That's a thumbs up from Clay. Jeremy, thumbs up, thumbs down, or nah, not that great. What do you think?
I mean, it made me feel something. It has some solid art. So I'm going to say it's Mary worth it. It's got me intrigued.
That's two. Gurky.
I don't know. I would like to see more window eels.
We didn't even do the window eels count. I'm seeing 4. I'm seeing, there's some in the back too. So Ryan, that might be 4 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It might be 10. I don't know.
And window wheels. Wow.
I guess in recognition of the lifetime achievement, we'll go ahead and say it's oof. No, it's not. It's not just not worth it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a thumbs down from my boy Gurk. I'm gonna throw out my ruling. It's a thumbs up for me. I want to hate it, but we've never seen her so fucked up. And as the beautiful silver queen that she is, I got to see more, and we will see more next time. Here's what I'm also going to throw out.
I just want to say before we move on, like I feel like we've all woken up like this and felt crappy, and we didn't just like portray our crappiness in a comic form and like send it in. Like this is what happened. The animator, the artist, like woke up and had a cold and was just like, I know what I'm gonna do today. Just
Well, it's not just about that, Gurky. It's about like making grand plans, and
And
it's
being
all
flexible.
summer if you're like looking forward to something and you gotta cancel it.
Ryan,
Wilbur coming to Thanksgiving dinner, maybe you're like, oh, good, I have an excuse.
that's true. Ryan, we might. Oh, Thanksgiving might be interesting this year.
Yeah, we'll stick around for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And we'll see if Wilbur comes to the party.
And Ryan,
We'll see if Maryworth gets better.
And Ryan, we don't even have to do a retrospect. Our
Love how
record,
Maryworth's on death watch.
our record speaks for itself. The archives are there, right, Ryan? The last 5 years of Polyester Blend, you can go back and see the great Ryan's Comics Corner, but maybe bring back some of our favorites. I forget what they're called.
But 5 years, we've gone through maybe 3 story arcs.
Ryan, I also provide to you, what do you want out of these that we could use forever, even outside of it? Do we want to use this one?
Yes.
There's one like, maybe that one.
This one I love a lot.
I feel sick as a dog.
Maybe like we put our faces on it when one of us isn't a part of the show, like they can't make it that week. And then this one, I mean, that's pretty good too. But like this, I think we can get a lot of mileage out of it. Like maybe that's our next button, Ryan, and then put Polyester Blend on the phone.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's our next button. I think that could
Instagram account.
Instagram account. And by the way, if anyone wants a Wilbur button, I still have a shit ton. People, he reads them. He brings them every single week.
He reads them and brings them.
Until he doesn't. And then it's black. We love that black. The final thing here this week, we've got 2 options, guys. People of the blend. Doesn't have to be just.
People love the blend. People love the blend. Cities quiz. Is there a cities quiz?
Well, we could do 2 things. We could do a quick check-in and just not do a whole bunch with it, is the Woodstock 99, because we have more of that coming. Remember, we have more of that coming. So
I gotta go, you guys.
Okay, Jordan, good to see you.
It was worth it. Don't kill Ryan's Comic Corners. Expand it. Bring back.
Expand it.
Bring back the throwaway. We can start talking about Frank Miller's Daredevil run.
Did you put your Chewbacca robe on before you go to bed?
Chris Claremont's X-Men. I want more. The whole show should just be Ryan's Comic Corner.
Ryan, this is your option here, buddy. This is your option here.
Jonathan Papasideris and Charles Jordan would go head to head on this debate. I'd love to see them go Lincoln Douglas style.
I love this. All right,
have a great
Jordan,
night, guys.
See you, buddy. All right, here, let's do this real quick.
Back to your den or wherever you're sleeping.
We're gonna wait.
What's that costume? That was cute.
We're gonna wait for more votes. It was a Chewbacca, right? Chewbacca. We're gonna do
I didn't see a confirmed Chewbacca head.
We need more people to vote, so we're gonna do this real quick, people. Then we're gonna get to Utah City Quiz. This will only last 5 minutes. The following is a presentation of KTRD Sports. That is right, everybody. We go to the battleground. There's Bert Turking. He's on report this week. He's on assignment. He will not be here this week, but Bert Turking here announcing the fourth round of Woodstock 99 playoffs. We must get to it. We have an exciting update. It's not done because it's even numbers. That means people are tied, so we can't get to a final number. Gerke, remember how you have nothing to do with this because you lost, right, Gerke?
Sorry, I muted. I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, because you failed. No one wants what you offered. All right.
I'm just gonna click and yeah.
Remember, no one wanted what you offered. Ryan Bradford, do you remember that you're going up basically against the champ, Jerry Matthews, who has a lot of picks left, who's looking good. Ryan Bradford, your thoughts before you see
the champ.
Well, Clayton's the champ, but you are coming.
I'm the underdog who always wins the most matches.
You know what? I should do this real quick. In fact, I put these numbers together. So you guys can know exactly where you stand before we get into it. First off is this: total wins. Jeremy, right now you're looking pretty good with 16 total wins after 3 rounds. Clayton and Ryan are tied at 12, and again, Gerke is done at 7 wins. But Jeremy, you're 4 ahead of these guys, meaning, you got that's how far. What are your thoughts?
Got four more dogs in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got at least 1 guaranteed win, I think. Fat Boy Slim versus Rage Against the Machine.
Well, fine.
What? That's not a what? Oh, that's because I was gonna say, yeah.
I'll show you the board.
They're both yours.
I'll show you the board in 1 second. I'll show you the board in 1 second. That's where it is with total wins. But to get some more numbers up there, let's look at this. Total votes. Looks like, again, Jeremy, because he has the most wins, is at 245. But Clayton, you've pulled ahead of Ryan. You have 187 total votes versus Ryan's 179. Gurky's will stand pat at 142. But Ryan and Clay,
Jamiroquai.
These are the battles. Ryan, your thoughts on losing a little ground to Clayton and total votes?
I feel awful about it, frankly.
No one likes it. No one likes to see it. Last thing is, I love seeing these numbers.
He's sick, like Mary Worth. And
it's interesting that, like, you'd think,
as a dog,
it's just going to be random, but then, like, it lines up just like it did last tournament.
Yeah, it comes together. We're going to have more stats next week or during the championship where I can really show you a lot of the stats. Trophies will be given out. Don't think that just the championship is the only trophy. Some of you won other trophies and they will be handed out later on as we go. Let's get right into it though, people. The following is a presentation of KTRD Sports. We're down to the final 8, the Elite 8. We have so many to go. I'm just going to give an update because we're not done. We're going to wait till next week to give final totals, so you'll see them as they come out. Don't forget, though, actually, let's not get to that yet. Let's get to this first. The first one is a mash of words that don't make sense if you don't see them moved apart. In fact, that's not even right either. God damn it, Ryan. Fucking fucked up, you fucking
Jesus, man.
Ryan Scott Schlegel. So here's what we actually have is this. Is Jeremy versus Clayton for Elite 8 Group A. Jamiroquai versus George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic. Heard of it, kids? Heard of them? Kind of one of the best ever. Clay, give your thoughts on what you think. And this isn't final. This isn't final. What do you think you're doing right now against? And we have 8 votes. 8 votes right now. What do you think?
We're just watching how this has been going. Jamiroquai has overperformed every round. And, you know, I love Funkadelic. I love P-Funk. I love Parliament. I love it all. But I just don't know if it has the mass appeal that this kind of votes have been, that the Jamiroquai has been sustaining. So let's just check it out. I have no fucking idea.
Jeremy, your thoughts?
I kind of agree with Clayton. I'm gonna guess maybe it's a tie right now.
Interesting. Ryan, you're not even involved in this, but what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say Jamiroquai. That's been a crowd favorite.
Gurky, you have
really, like I said, overperformed.
The only dogs you have left in this race are the ones fighting for food in front of you because you do not provide them enough food or outside activity. Gurky, your thoughts about this?
Do Danny and Jordan have Jamiroquai tattoos? Is this going to be like a surprise winner again? Like they're buying votes from...
These are the questions. What do we think, Gurk? What do we think? Jamiroquai versus George Clinton.
Why are you asking me? Clearly, I had shown my futility.
Doesn't show anything. What we've got here is, of course, a tie. 4-4. 4-4.
Damn.
The people are split between maybe the greatest artist and band ever in George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars versus a guy I like Jamiroquai. But again, are they voting for that most quintessential 99? George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars clearly
that's really what it's about.
Hit their peak in the 70s, but of course have continued on with amazing live shows for the last 30 plus years. But we'll see where that one goes. The next one involves is just Jeremy. Jeremy, did you realize that the next one, Elite Group B, is just you, my friend, just you, and a battle between Rage and Fatboy Slim?
I believe I referenced this like 5 minutes ago. So yes, I do.
So what do you think?
Wow.
What do you think you got going on here?
I've got to assume that Rage is running away with this one. No disrespect to Fatboy Slim, who has, gotten me a lot of votes and been a great performer. But
he got you out of the rave tent, maybe? I think it's rave tent or maybe emerging artist. Do you think any of our husky polyheads would say, hey, Fatboy Slim, I am a fat boy, I hope to be slim. Do you think any votes go that way?
I mean, it wouldn't shock me to see a few votes, but I think, ultimately Rage will take the day, but I think there could be a detractor or two. You never know.
Let's see if any of our people who want to lose weight, especially before Thanksgiving, came with their totals. In fact, what we see on the scoreboard right now is a total domination, 8-0. We could probably call this one probably call this one Rage is going to make it to the final four, it looks like. Ryan, any hope for Fatboy Slim, do you think?
No, he historically has not done well.
It's probably true. But, you know, praise you as you are, Ryan. Praise you as you are. The next praise you. Ryan and Clayton, do you guys realize you're going to... Oh, that's not right. Ryan and Clayton, let's get this graphic correct real quick.
Yeah.
It is a
Let's say
Ryan...
I take no responsibility for Moby being
Ryan and Clayton, let's make sure we have this correct. Let's realize that it is this. It is a Moby versus Collective Soul situation. Do we have any thoughts on this? In fact, I'm going to say right now, as just someone who's helping putting this all together, Collective Soul. I love Collective Soul. They're 2 songs. They made it to the Elite 8. Okay, sure, why not? Let's go from there.
Sometimes it's the luck of the draw, brother.
Mm-hmm. Clay, your thoughts on Collective Soul making it to the Elite 8?
I mean,
one of your best
Collective
options.
Soul, when I first envisioned this, and if we go roll the tapes on the draft, I was over the moon getting Collective Soul. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Yeah.
I kind of like how
Why didn't you do that sooner? Gurky, your thoughts?
Wow, wait a minute.
I just like how we have Collective Soul, but then we have CS, and the initials Clayton Scribbler are also Collective Soul. So this is sort of one of those kismet situations.
Yeah. Also,
sorry, right.
Final thoughts, Gurky. Final thoughts. Collective Soul versus Moby.
I just, I think we're going to go with the CS.
You're right. As of right now, it is a CS over Moby. The voting is still open. Time will tell. But as of right now, Collective Soul might make it to the final four. Don't forget, people, we had to do a little catch up because the wild card was we had to play a little catch up on that, and we are still doing the wild card, so we won't know who goes up against Wyclef John. But until then, we must find out who wins out of the wild card, and that is a match between Jeremy's Alanis Morissette and Ryan Bradford's Bush. Ryan, how's your Bush looking this day?
Ryan Bradford's Bush.
Untrimmed and potentially winning.
Longer than Alanis. I hate that train of thought. I'm done with it.
You ought to know.
Isn't it ironic, Jeremy, that you would have picked Alanis Morissette earlier, but you've been outdone with Bush? I mean, your thoughts on this, Jeremy?
I mean, yeah, it is ironic. Alanis Morissette going up against Bush because females were grossly underrepresented.
Just like this entire festival, completely disgusting. Yeah. Absolutely.
And also, I think Gavin Rosdale would go down on you in a theater.
Oh, jeez.
And she would say, thank you. Thank
wow,
you,
that meme has really taken off.
Skyrocketing. Jeremy, what do you think? Alanis versus Bush?
I mean, I don't have much faith in democracy, but I feel like Alanis maybe squeaks by on this one.
Ryan?
I think it's Bush.
5-3 right now. Bush looks to move on to the final four. People, don't forget to send this out.
Still tight though. We've gotten more votes than that in another round.
Votes account. Send them out to your friends, even if you
still
want to.
Precincts, still counties that haven't come in.
Still, the precincts are open. Don't forget to send it to your friends and find out if you can get more votes right now. People, let's reset real quick, and we're going to do a hyper. It's actually really will be a fast one. Before the end of the till 11 o'clock, we will have time to finish a Utah Cities quiz. I guarantee. That means we will be done by 11 o'clock, just like we always say. I'm, in fact, going to play a fast song that involves the word black. Black organ. We never play enough. What is it called? Dubstep original Jackie Mito. Something I listen to all the time. Black organ. 3 minutes, 12 seconds. We come back, Utah City's quiz, and the show. Thanks for being here, Polyester Blend.
Sure. Sure.
I had to apologize to Ryan the other day. I mean, this is about a year plus ago. I've gone through my dubstep reggae phase. I'm okay with it. And I have to accept that might just be who I am. And that's just where I'm at. And I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
I
really like the movie showing in the movie theater.
The toilet?
Really liked
our toilet.
Yeah, just like spinning toilet 24/7.
Do you remember where that came from, Clay? Do you remember?
I know it was a goof, and I really know it was good, but I forget.
It was from Lagoon. When Steph and I went to Lagoon, I brought all my camera equipment, and I was like, "Wait a minute! They have floating toilets that light up and then open and close." And I'm like, and this is one of our list, Polyester Blend oddities of Utah. One of my favorite things, just the fact that this exists. People, we can do this really quick. In fact, and I am loving our rate of play tonight. Clay, what do you think?
Rate of play is excellent.
We're gonna
like
keep
it. Good discipline tonight.
We're gonna keep going like this. This is the dream. In fact, I want to do this, and we're gonna get through it. Ryan, just God bless. We're gonna get there, baby. We're gonna get there. People, it's time to go to it. Haven't done for a minute. We try to do it once a month. Once a month we do this now. We'll get through it. But it's right there when we need it. Utah City's Quiz is a game between Ryan and Clayton. Utah City's Quiz is a game of knowledge of the cities and towns, municipalities, districts, and all the other shit. It's a great fucking game, people. people, it's been a minute since we've delved deep into the Utah Cities quiz. I am about to do a live trivia game coming up in a couple weeks, and I kind of wanted to get my chops going again by writing some questions. And so we're going back to the board and see who will continue to maybe make more headway with their score or catch up in the form of Ryan and Clayton. Clayton!
Yeah.
Earlier on, I don't know if you noticed this, but we did a little bit of a wonderful movie trailer that I showed that took place in Utah County, and that was our hint earlier. In fact, I looked it up on IMDb. This movie was made in the town, census designated area, community, whatever, where we're going to do battle. I don't know if you saw it, but Ryan, you definitely saw it. True or false?
I did see it, yes.
So you're ready. You might have the advantage on Clayton here tonight. But I must say a couple things real quick. Is that, in fact, it is 64-63. Purple is Clayton. Yellow is Ryan. Just a one-score game. Producer Rob, is getting closer to the Schledio every day. I don't know if you all know this. We'll talk about it in the end.
But he's not here.
But he's in Kansas City. He's in Dispose this week.
Okay.
That means, Gurky, you will be the only lifeline tonight. Or your dogs could be, too.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready
Yeah,
for
let's
that.
do this.
Utah County, Clayton, you won last time for .025. Which Utah City town communities census designated area and Utah County are we doing this week?
And I'm undefeated, right? What's the week?
In Utah County.
In Utah County?
No.
I'm close.
No,
Okay.
not even close. Actually, very far.
What happened last week?
Last week you won. The last time you won.
Okay.
Well, I forget what community it was like. Nello.
Why is it so close? Okay.
A lot of your problem.
Let's do Alpine.
Whoa! Alpine. Ryan, you're a big fan of Utah County. True or false?
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I know you've always been. Ryan, what community are we doing this week in Utah County?
Oh.
You saw the video. You saw the video earlier.
I know. Provo.
Spanish Fork.
Gurky, you would have given .025 to both people if you were right. In fact, I'm so sorry, you guys. We're not doing battle of any of those. We're going to Cedar Fort.
I had a good one. That's a good one.
Have you ever heard of this, Clay?
Oh, yeah.
Ryan.
It was a fort.
Actually, Ryan, have you ever been to Cedar Fort? Ryan, have you ever experienced Cedar Fort?
No, never have.
Oh, that's sad. It's kind of in the West Desert. It's off to the west. I'll go through it real quick, but before we get there,
I would say the creeping metropolitan area is starting to get close.
next to Eagle Mountain, so it's now coming closer. In fact, there'll be a question about this later on. Ryan and Clay, you must go first because you won last time. Clay, for command of question number 5, do you want old school heads or do you want new school large penny?
Old school head.
Ooh, let's see what it provides for you.
Booyah.
Clay, that means you get command of question number 5 if you would have done heads on this.
Achievement unlocked. Menu. Sound off.
Sound off, Clay. Sound off the fact that you will get maybe a little bit more when it comes because you've got command in question number 5. Ryan and Clay, give you a little sense of the community. Here's our good friend Jacob Barlow, the only guy who basically he should play this game every week.
Town Hall and Museum used to be the school. Built in 1909. And the classic 2-room schoolhouse that so many towns had at that time.
Thanks, Jacob.
Next door is the current school, which...
And by the way, he goes on to say, Clay, I found this interesting. One of the only 2-school classroom building left in Utah County, and only so many left in the state of Utah. Very fascinating. From 1993, White's Ranch in White Hills subdivision, Cedar Valley, just right there.
I
got a grasshopper jump on my cheek. Alright, this is alfalfa fields right out here.
Oh, and they would stay. Clay and Ryan, this is called What Do You Do in Cedar Fort? This video has 124 views, kicking our ass from Zach.
Oh, BS. I hit that board. No.
Oh, but yes. Love these guys.
All they're doing is shooting a target, Clay. There's a guy in the ground shooting a target at a pen, and that's what they do in Cedar Fort. And here's the Cedar Fort Cemetery from Jacob Barlow. Really cool stuff. We love it so much. People, Cedar Fort. As we discussed earlier, there's Utah Lake. Here's where Cedar Fort is. Very western part of Utah County. Right there. Clay, we must get right into it. Gerke's here for Lifelines. You get 1 full point if you get it right, or Ryan can steal 4.5. The first question is this, Clay. What does this town do to celebrate the 23rd of July? In fact, in the 1920s, a group of boys snuck out and went over to the girls' camp right before they were about to have fun on the 24th of July. And they started what is a tradition that still goes on to this day. In fact, it expanded to the entire town. You have a Lifeline in Gerke. What is the thing that these boys, these rascally boys, did in the 1920s that expanded to a full tradition on the 23rd every year? Is it A, pillow fight, B, water fight, C, dance competition, or D, prank competition? What is the correct answer for 1 full point of what these kids in the 20s started that the entire town does now?
And what did this is on the 4th, this is on the 24th of July.
They did it the 23rd, so they do it every 23rd now, right before the 24th.
Dildo fight is not on the board, so I'm going to need a lifeline.
Dildo fight is right! No, I'm sorry. It was off the board. You get 25 points. No.
Gerke, what do you think? I mean, it seems pretty apparent to me, but
I was getting panty room, but
what's that?
Sorry.
Your dogs seem to have an answer, Gerke.
Gentlemen,
this is the strangest dog fight sounds I have ever heard. That's like the Peanuts parents arguing with each other.
When I have to mute Ryan when he's eating pizza during the show, it sounds like this.
So I'm guessing, I don't know, it just feels like water fight.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to pick anything else but that. Water fight it is.
Final answer.
Yes.
You're right, Clay. For 1 full point, it's water fight. In fact, they have a great fun.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like now, so I can show all of you kids. This is what it looks like right now.
Those cute kids about to blast each other.
They just go throughout town and they're just having
It's the time of year. Everybody's hot. Pillow fights are weird. Someone get hurt.
It makes so much sense. Ryan, your next question. Watch this video, Ryan. Watch this video, okay?
Right.
Getting a sense of this video, Ryan?
Yeah, the water fight.
Yeah, bud. Turns out that underneath this video from Mountain Diver, 150 views, kicking our ass. 9 years ago, Cedar Fort Water Fight 2015. Ryan, they chose a song from this band, The Samples, Ryan. Are you familiar with the Colorado band, The Samples, Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait.
No.
Clay, are you a little bit familiar?
Sure, if you're Mormon, you know The Samples.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I know The Samples.
Okay.
I mean,
You know the samples. That's
It's
interesting.
like a Mormon-friendly band. I don't know if they are Mormon, but they're a Mormon-friendly band.
It makes so much sense, Clay.
They were big in the old Utah County.
There you go. I never heard about this. Is what I love about Utah City Quiz. We find out this stuff all the time. Ryan, I'm going to give you 4 songs by The Samples. You tell me which one they sampled for this video. So watch. You can see this video, Ryan. You can see it going.
I'm not that familiar with The Samples, let's be clear.
So you can see them playing, Ryan. They're having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So,
yep.
Ryan, I'm going to play you 4 different songs. You tell me which one is the right one. Here's the first one by the Samples called Could It Be Another Change?
The only time I feel good falling is when I'm falling fast and hard for you.
Or, Ryan, is it When It's Raining? Ryan, or is it As Tears Fall?
Let all the angels take you away.
Or, Ryan, is it the song Playground?
It's got a little ska feel to it, huh?
We might have thought that you could have been dead. I can see you look at me.
Ryan, I'll play any of them you need again. What song do you think was played underneath that video?
I feel
you
like
have
When
lifelines?
It's Raining would be the most sensible thematic wise, but tone wise, I'm gonna say Playground. D.
No, you're raw dogging this.
All aboard.
Raw dogging.
We got a
Wow.
tie game, everybody. We got a tie game.
Isn't it weird that you just raw dogged the samples and you got it right? Don't you feel weird about yourself?
Don't you love it?
I feel excellent about myself.
Well, of course you should feel good about it. Clay,
Like
this,
you're connected somehow with the samples. Yes.
Clay and Ryan, Ryan, of course I wrote that question for you because it was a ska song. And I was like, if he trusts his heart, ska will come.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have been like it's ska.
I feel like I heard the name The Samples, and for some reason it stuck in my head as a ska band. But when you were playing those other 3
I know.
samples, it's like maybe I was totally wrong.
Like I
But
said, that's
then-
why it's always been kind of Mormon friendly, is because they're just ska adjacent, you know.
Well, you know what's funny, and maybe I did it wrong, where I picked their other 3 albums, and then I picked the most viewed song on YouTube, and those were the most listened to songs, and they were all kind of dark and brooding, but I was hoping that the Playground would come through. Ryan, it came through, and you came through, but let's see if Clayton can come through. Clayton, what do you see on the screen right now?
That looks like a weird map of. Was that like Utah territory?
Oh, buddy, these are the counties that no longer exist that I think you and I love. Counties
Okay.
in Utah that no longer exist, but for a
Okay.
time exist. In one of them,
But that was Utah territory at one.
that's correct. It was during the territory time. Clay, you can see there that if you look next to Utah County, there's Cedar County. And in fact,
Yeah.
Cedar Fort was the county seat of a
Okay.
county made. And I think it was for political reasons. They talk about how Cedar had to, Utah County was getting too populous. And I think it was a Utah government thing. I'm not entirely sure. I'm making guesses here.
Break it up.
But they tried breaking it up. And in fact, Clay, they made something called Cedar County. My question for you, Clay, for 1 point each.
Mm-hmm.
Clay, you have 4 options, 1 point each. Every one you get wrong, Ryan could steal for 0.5. From when to when was Cedar County active? You have 4 digits. Fill them in the correct way, and you get 1 point each. If not, Ryan can steal for 0.5. Clay, match those numbers to where they match on when Cedar County existed. You have a lifeline.
I'm gonna raw dog this.
Whoa!
All aboard. Can I get an amen?
I'm gonna go 51 to 66.
We're going to go 51 to 66. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So we're doing 51
Yeah.
to 66. Final answer.
Raw dog. Yeah.
All aboard.
All aboard. Can I get an amen?
Clay, is it 1850 something? You got that right, brother. Just realized. Is it 51?
Okay, all right. Well, that gives me one right.
You got
So I get half of it right. Okay.
And Ryan, if you could just really quickly just change.
That's what you realized.
I was going to say there weren't quite as many. I was actually thinking.
We're trying to do things quickly. Ryan, what would you change?
I would put the 6 after the 5 and the 1 after the 6.
Right. Now, did you go to genius school or were you just born that way?
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I was born in genius school.
Born in genius school.
Smart motherfucker. It's 2-3. Clayton with the edge right now. He is up 3-2. Ryan, the next question is for you, my friend. And this is a question I'm pretty sure Clayton would get. But that's why I'm asking you, Ryan, because I don't know. So, Ryan, just know that I think Clayton's going to get this if you get it wrong. Ryan, the town is, of course, called Cedar Fort. By the way, the website, they have great maps. Great maps for Cedar Fort.
Great.
Ryan, cedar was unfortunately a misnomer for the tree that is prevalent in the area, meaning that they thought they were calling it cedar, but it was in fact this. Ryan, you have lifelines. Ryan, what did they think cedar was, but it's actually a different tree? I give you 4 options. Okay, Ryan?
Right.
Is it A, blue spruce, B, gamble oak, C, pinyon pine, or D, juniper? They thought cedar was this tree, but it's actually this. You have lifelines.
Robert Gerke.
God damn it.
For 1 full point.
Well, I don't think. Well, I don't. It's not blue spruce, and I don't know what a gamble oak looks like. But you're not gonna.
If Rob was here right now, he'd be losing his mind.
I feel like the pinyon looks the most like a cedar tree, but God, I may just be totally off base. Junipers look like cedars too. D, juniper.
Let's do it. Let's go D, juniper.
Ryan, did you go to genius school? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
So did Robert Gerke. That is right. Clay, you would have got that right away.
Gerke.
Right?
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that was a question on another cedar related, but I think the other possible answers were different.
By the way, isn't that part
good memory for someone who drinks so much beer? You've got a great memory.
But Jeremy, also, isn't that part of what we do here? Is maybe you benefit if you retain knowledge? Isn't that also a benefit to you? Speaking of
I knew it just because it was a question before.
Speaking of benefit, we must benefit from the knowledge of Clayton. You won the toss-up, so you go right now. Clayton, don't we benefit from the wonderful municipal codes of our cities? Don't we love looking into that? Don't we love
it? Is the backbone that keeps municipals municipal.
We love it, Clay, and I'm so
without the land management code. What is there?
What is there? We are living like miscreants, and we have no rule of law. But Clay, I'm so glad you got this because you love this kind of stuff. I have 2 different questions for you, each one worth 1 full point. If you get it wrong, Ryan can get each one right for 0.5. Clay, according to the municipal code of Cedar Fort, time of day burials are allowed. So they're only allowed Monday through Saturday.
Where's Gerke?
You can see the digits right there. So what time to what time are burials allowed during the weekday, except Sunday, and Saturdays allowed? And then Clay, what is the time of day is a curfew for any person under 17 years old? So Clay, you see it, you have 4 options. I'm not counting 1 or 2. You just have to get 1 and 2 right, dead on, or you get it wrong. So Clay, fill it in right now. The first one, from what time to what time are burials allowed in Cedar Fort at their cemetery, Monday through Saturday? And what every day of the week is the curfew for any person under 17 years old? You have lifelines.
Gerke, what do you think on the burial
the second
thing?
one for people to be in the cemetery or just be in
no, it's a curfew in general, the citywide curfew?
Great follow-up, but it is citywide curfew.
Citywide curfew. Okay.
So I feel like you wouldn't want to bury a body before Ryan Schlegel could get to a boat launch. So I'm going to say
minus points.
I think
minus points.
I think I would say 8 a.m.
Okay, I was leaning towards 8 there. Yeah, this is really the magic hour here. What is this one? I'm thinking like, are they going with after dinner burials?
Yeah, I think they probably go till 7. I mean, seven's enough time for you to get up and get your Bluetooth headphones turned off and go to the.
All right, let's do it. 8 a.m. to 7.
And then
what's the first one?
Oh, okay. 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And then this one, I was thinking it's kind of a 9:30 or 10:30.
I feel like 10:30.
Okay, because you could still be doing something like mutual activity at the church could be getting out.
Yeah.
Okay, 10:30, and then what about the getting up thing? Is like what about kids that got to work on the ranch, go to seminary?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm thinking like 6. The time that Schlegel should be
5.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's 5. It's not going to be any earlier than 5. But could it possibly be 5? Like when I was growing up, you had to be at seminary at 5:30.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you want to go 5, that's fine.
5. Let's go 5.
Before we lock this in, I'm having second thoughts about 10:30. Could it be 9:30?
Sure. I leaned there originally.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So
we want to go 9:30?
I was just thinking if there maybe, but the only reason 9:30 sounds weird because once again I was raised Mormon. You'd get out of scouts at about 9:30.
Yeah, that seems awfully early for 17-year-olds. Like,
yeah.
Let's stick with
church
10:30.
dances. Let's do 10:30.
Well, yeah, like courting. If you go courting,
yeah, 10:30. Nothing bad happens. Nothing good happens after 10:30.
Final answer.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're locked in.
8 a.m. Is it right?
Fuck yeah.
7 p.m.
Oof, that was the one. I knew that was going to be hard.
Is 10:30 right? Is 5 a.m. right?
Oh,
you're at 5 points. Ryan, you heard the noises. That means that 10 p.m. is incorrect and 7 p.m. is correct. What do you want them? You can use Gertie.
Well, we did all the debating for you, so.
I'm gonna go 6 p.m., 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for burials.
Okay.
You're thinking there's no after dinner burials. You're thinking they don't eat dinner and go bury somebody.
I'm thinking no, nobody wants to do that.
As judge, like you can't just try to get into your opponent's head. So
isn't that what we do here? I love it.
We did. And I'm gonna say 11:30.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so 11:30.
I like one of those two answers.
When I'm taking my dates out, it's always by 11:30 that I have to bring them home.
Well, right. If you go to the 6 o'clock burial, you still have plenty of time before 11:30.
You got plenty of time to get Jade off in a car. All right, here's the deal: 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 11:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. respectively. Burials allowed from 8 to 6 p.m. Are the youngins 17 years or under allowed to be out till 11:30? That is
wow.
Okay. The correct answer on burials 4 p.m. Guys, get your dead in the ground before you eat something. Is what
before you eat
4 p.m.
Before
they let the 17-year-olds stay out till 11:30. I would have thought it was going to go to 9:30.
That's what I've always heard, people. Bonus round. This is worth 25 points. 25 points for the last question of the night, and it is this, guys. We're doing a quiz about Cedar Fort. Did you know that there's a boarding place in Cedar Fort known as Animal Fort? We love our dogs. We love them. So you can board some animals. And guys, we normally do Price is Right, correct? Price is Right is kind of what we usually end the night on. And in fact, they have a calculator right here on the right. Single suite, how many nights, how many dogs, how many nights? You can see on your screen right now that for one dog for one night is $45. They offer discounts. I have not figured out the discount thing. I'm not offering that to you. My question for you guys, write it down. You guys ready to write something down?
Yep.
One dog, one night, $45. Price is Right. 20 dogs for 30,
My God, what?
20 dogs for 30 nights is the maximum this calculator will allow. There are discounts, so it's not one for one. It's not $45 times. There are discounts.
Okay, will you say how much is it for one?
$45 for one dog, one night. 20 dogs for 30 nights. One of my favorite questions of all time.
Wow,
Write it down. Price is Right. Price is Right. 20 dogs for 30 nights. It will not, there are discounts added and it doesn't make sense to me.
You said 20 dogs?
20 dogs, 30 nights. As when I go to the last 30 nights I've been in Vegas on Fremont, I ate 20 Coney dogs. How much did that cost? No. Bonus price.
And every time Schlegel went, he left.
Is this the
So look at
Is this the total price? Total price for all dogs?
So look at that, Clay. You can see what it costs for one dog for one night. There are discounts. You see the discount? Doesn't make sense to me. Don't know why that applies. But your best guess, Price is Right. 20 dogs for 30 nights. Price is Right.
Okay, I've got mine.
Have you written it down, Clay?
Yes.
Have you written it down, Ryan?
I love the idea of someone spending this much money on
Clay,
this service.
you are ahead, so you have to go first, Clay.
I love the idea of someone traveling with 20 dogs.
Clay, for 30 nights.
All up to the hotel.
I've got 20 dogs and I'm gone for a month. Take care of these
15 grand.
15 grand for 25 points. Ryan Bradford.
I did 20 grand.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right. I put it at $25 a night.
Jeremy.
Approximately.
$690.
He shall die on that hill.
There's a discount.
It's a deep discount.
I should have made a good 69 joke, but I
A
just
deep
did
69 discount.
16,000 creeping on my shit.
The only person who's not over is Jeremy. That means go again, guys.
Yeah. Suck it, losers.
So Jeremy actually wins.
Wow.
But
no, his Price is Right.
But the two people actually playing. Okay. So the lowest was 15.
Just remembered how Price is Right was.
15,000 was the lowest. So it has to be below 15,000. You got a discount here, guys. Got a discount.
All right.
Clay, let me know when you've written something down.
Okay.
What do you got, Clay?
3,000.
3,000. Ryan, what do you got?
I put 12,690.
Whoa.
12,690. Or 690.
Jeremy's already won, but Gerke, what do you got?
13,669.
96.
Let's look at our screens, everybody.
Plug that shit in. Let's see that calculator rock.
20 dogs for one night. 13,973. Gerke, you actually just won the second one, but Ryan Bradford,
holy shit,
for 25 points, you, my friend, have won this week's Utah City Square.
Wait, he wasn't over?
No, he got 12. Right, he has got 28.5.
Yeah, I had 12. 12,000.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Clay, you have lost. You only had 5 points. Ryan has 28.5. Ryan Bradford, you're this week's Utah Cities quiz winner. God bless you.
Excellent final question. That was really
that was hats off to you, Schlegel. That was not sucky. That was awesome.
Every week is another excitement. I know how much you guys hate it now.
Did you just lay eyes on that calculator and like, Jesus Christ?
I was like, this is prime. This is prime.
So
I would like to think that they
one night, was there a discount, or is it only the nights that gets you?
We can do we can do variations of this. We
must play with this calculator the rest of the show.
We have gone 7 minutes over our normal broadcast time. We must end the show. We're going to do this real quick. Final things real quick. Guys, next week, Utah Hockey Club. Oh, we didn't get to Sports Roundup. We have tons of stuff we'll get to. Utah Hockey Club plays on Monday, so we can't do a show on Monday unless we want to do a late show, and that doesn't usually work for people. So I think we should avoid that. We either do a Sunday or a Tuesday show. Thoughts on that?
That'd be Tuesday for me.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday show. We do Tuesday show next week.
I'll be driving back from Vegas, baby.
Okay. Tuesday show next week. So Tuesday next week, everybody. Tuesday night for Polyester Blend, the first ever broadcast on Instagram. First time we broadcast there, and then maybe do a Blue Sky thing. Final thoughts. We go with Gerke. You were the last one to show up. Gerke, last one. Final thoughts here tonight.
Yeah, I think it was a good show. I'm a little sad to see Maryworth go the way of the.
Wasn't worth it, baby. Wasn't worth it.
I mean, she had game for a long time.
Oh shit! Sorry, Girk. Before you finish it, real quick, let's go to the skunk cam. I'm so sorry. Let's just see where we're at with the skunk cam. Oh fuck, you guys.
You overturned the grill?
No, fuck. There it is. I fucking see it. There it is. God,
oh my god!
Damn it.
Wow.
There's the fucking skunk.
You know, the thing about those skunks is they're such notorious rapists and assaulters that they're going to get a cabinet post. You just know it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's so true, Gerke. Final thoughts. We hate it. We go to Jeremy. Jeremy, final thoughts.
I just think, we're all talking about like when to do a show. Should we do it Tuesday? I think as long as it's not Friday the 13th of December, we're good. Because everyone's going to need to be at the NSPS holiday extravaganza.
Why is it going to be so early this year, man? I can't be there.
Is it going to be spooky for Friday the 13th?
Well, did you see the artwork?
Yeah,
I don't know that the music will be any spookier, but we'll make it a little spooky. Are you going to come from San Diego for it?
I probably will. I wish.
He's a liar. Speaking of liars, Ryan Bradford. No, Clayton. Well, we'll go Ryan Bradford. Ryan Bradford, the liar. Go next.
You really wanted me to be to me because you want to call me a liar. But it all happened, Schlegel, as proven in a court of law.
Court of law. It's been summoned. Ryan, final thoughts.
Good show. I think something that has really kind of heartened me throughout these years of doing Maryworth is how much you guys care about Maryworth.
Yes!
And so we just got to see where this storyline takes us.
Ryan, it's up to you, brother. You're the one who threw it out as, do you want to end it? All I want is for your creative energy to be on what you want to do, because I love your thoughts. I love your brain. I love your big brain. I want to see it. So whatever you want to do, buddy, that's all I want to see. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to put creative energy, doesn't even have to be that much creative energy. Just what you're interested in. The people love it. Speaking of the people love it, they have yet to say why they love him. Clayton Scrivener, make your argument why people should love you.
Wow. It's because even though you introduced me to the Buffalo slot, which will be the scourge, probably why my son's not going to be able to make it to any major schools.
3 coins, son. 3 coins.
I literally factored in the presence of Buffalo in my decision to drive down to Vegas again this weekend.
Oh, you're going this weekend?
Yeah, I'm leaving Friday. Thursday after Thanksgiving breakfast with the boy.
Ooh, my man.
I'm going down there to convince my mom to move into my apartment. But anyway. Buffalo.
Clay, final thoughts.
Oh, no. That's why people love me. Because I still won't let you go, even though you've ruined my life. Great show, man. Great final question. I'll remember this episode for that, for saving Mary Worth's life as she died of COVID. And I'll also remember that meme that we thought might not work, but you used it about 15 times. So, good stuff. I have one more show next week, and then I'm out. I'm in Mexico.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is there a tribe of Ryans for a while?
I mean, yeah. I mean, last time I was in Mexico, I wasn't really getting along with the person I was traveling with that well, so I think I tuned in. And I think I played poker with you guys, so hopefully I'm not tuning in at all.
Ryan, it sounds like after next week on Tuesday, it'll be you and I for December, which will hopefully...
Okie dokie.
We'll hold it down. Don't forget, Polyester Blend's new mascot is the female curly-tailed lizard who provides the most fecal matter.
Longest poops.
And I will say this, Clay, I lost my judgment, but I deserve to lose it. But I've also but I'm happy to deserve you as a friend, your Husky Boy of the Week, my friend. Husky Boy of the Week, Clayton Scrivener. We'll be back next week on Tuesday for more fun and merriment. As always, on Polyester Blend. This is the best. I love you guys so much. We'll be back next week. Poly Blend. We'll see you guys down the road. We're ending our broadcast.